because my next guest on the programme is a lady who has received a European Business Award, a ribbon of honour for her Cyprus sweets. Now, I'm sure if you've been into many of the mountain villages, you will know about gliko. There's something that I must say I've never seen anywhere else in the world except in Cyprus, but I'm sure that Katerina Christoforou, who is the lady in question, can tell us whether they are specifically a Cypriot delicacy, and we'll talk as well about how she makes them. Katerina, congratulations and welcome to Round and About.
Hello, Rosie, and to everybody who is listening. Of course, yes, it's our traditional sweets. They are called gliko, and they are made from fruit and vegetables. And we find them, the way we make them, in light, sort of light and a little bit heavy syrup, only in Cyprus. And this started in the beginning when there was no refrigeration. People couldn't preserve their products. So when the sugar was invented, they experimented. And whatever they grew in their backyard, they started to preserve it by adding sugar and making it syrup. And even before sugar was invented, they had the syrup from the carob, the carob syrup, the black carob, and also the grape juice. They used to preserve them in there. That way they saved all their products because, Cypriots were very poor. They were under occupation a lot of the time, most of the time. So they found a way to use everything and every part of their fruit, the leaves, even the pips. From the pips we boil them and we make marmalade.
So nothing goes to waste. Now, this is the old traditional way that people used to live, isn't it, yes. Katerina? Yes. Where did you learn to make your gliko? Because most of these traditional Cypriot crafts, I think we could call them, have been passed down through families. Now, I know that in recipe books at home, I have some of my grandmother's recipes, like for things like Christmas pudding. Do you have your great-grandmother's recipes for gliko? And have you adjusted them over the years to suit the palate today?
Well, watching them through all the childish years and observing my mother, my grandmother, my aunties, all the relatives making this gliko, amygdaloto, the marzipan, karidaki, the black
the walnuts,
which is so popular in Cyprus. The kitromilo, the bitter orange, the orange, the skin of the orange, which is so healthful, and everything is healthful, by the way, because they are fruit and vegetables. And,
yeah, but they're covered in sugar. Come on, how much sugar do you put in them?
Listen, it's covered in sugar, yes, but our body needs our energy, and sugar, if you eat it in moderation, is energy. If you go to a dietitian, he says if you have to eat something sweet, and you need sweet in your life sometime, come on, you don't need, the brain needs something sweet, sugar. Sugar is energy. It's not like the other sweets that we eat. I don't want to name a few names. Okay, they have cream, they have oil, they have butter. This stays on you as a cholesterol, it's not good for you. But sugar, you need it for energy. And as I said, everything in moderation, and a piece at 3 o'clock with your coffee, that's how we serve it. That traditional welcoming into somebody's house is a tray with a coffee, Cyprus coffee, a cold glass of water, and a selection of these sweets. No cakes. We don't like cakes because, well, we like cakes, but these sweets they are better for us, for our body.
Yes, it is always the traditional greeting, isn't it? And yes, it's a wonderful thing. Now, do you hold with what some people do, which is they put the gliko on their fork and then they rinse it in the glass of water, don't they, before they eat it?
Well, you can do that if you are really...
what do you say? You're the connoisseur. Does that make the fruit taste fruitier, or
yes,
should you...
it does taste fruit, even if you dip it in the water. Some of the sweetness go away, but for me, if you don't have really a big problem with obesity, if you are not, you need some sweetness in your life. Let's say it like that. So you enjoy it. You don't eat it every day. You once with friends, a meeting under the graveyard. It's really, imagine having a cold glass of water and this sweet and your coffee under a nice shade in the summer, or by the fireplace. Is really enjoyable. Why? Some don't eat something that is bad for you. Eat this and enjoy it too.
Okay, now do you grow your own fruits? Because I suppose if you've got a business making these things, you get through quite a big quantity. So, for example, when you're making do you make one batch a year, or are you continuously making, or do you make a batch of a certain fruit and then move on when it's in season to the next fruit?
Yes, unfortunately, the fruit come once a year in Cyprus. Let's say karidaki or kitromilo orange. They come in January, let's say kitromilo orange. And so you have to do all the quantity you want and keep it in your storeroom for 1 year until the next season comes. So we have to prepare and know how many quantities we want, how many we want to export, how many is the local production. We have to calculate, and hopefully we are between the margins.
Okay, but this is then now from being something that I presume you started, did you, just as a housewife like anybody else making her glikor? When did the decision come to turn this into a business and now one that exports? And we'll ask you in a minute where you export to. Yes. So how did the change come about?
Well, I don't know whether most people know that I started that as a hobby, in my own kitchen, making this glikor for my friends, for my family, as a little present. I used to live in Australia, and there we started with my lovely Australian neighbor. She used to go to Saturday markets, and she used to sell. She used to make her own marmalade. So I looked at all those, the way she was decorating little pots with laces and all that. When I came to Cyprus, I also saw the tradition of these sweets there, and I could see really from beyond that the future. And I said, this tradition has to be preserved and become sociable. I don't know whether you saw now that we give to the weddings or christenings or celebrations little miniatures of these sweets, and the young people really love it. It's not anymore old tradition.
You've brought it up into the 21st century. Yes, did you sell these in Australia, Katerina, before you came back to Cyprus?
I used to. I'm from Katerina, and after the war we went to Australia.
Yes, but did you sell your glikor in Australia?
No. That was just one experience I had.
Oh, I see. Okay.
When I came back, I started this as a hobby because I saw this food and I wanted to as a hobby. And after I saw that it's really selling and it's really good and.
So you've expanded. Where do you export to?
Well, we export to England, America we export, even Japan. We export
So it's not just to places where there are large Cypriot communities who probably snap them up because it's a taste of home.
Yes, actually it's for the Cypriots and the Greeks too. They sell them to Greek delicatessens. They deliver them around where Cypriots and Greeks live. They know this tradition because.
Can I ask what your turnover is now, Katerina? How big is this operation? Because obviously, with the European Business Award, I'm assuming it's going to grow.
I wish it grows, but unfortunately, everything, Rosie, is done by hand. We cannot have any help. We don't have machines machines help a little bit, but everything is touched. Everything needs human attention. Everything, even if we do a little bit by the machine, the eye has to check it.
So you don't have half a dozen village ladies who know exactly how to do this helping you in your kitchen?
Yes, we do. But for export, you need there is a lot of even the Harrods. They wanted to have make a contract with us, and they wanted, Harrods in England. They wanted to make their own little jars with their name and all this. But imagine containers. Where would we find the fruit? And all our fruit is from Cyprus, and very rarely we find fruit that is good enough from other countries. Like bergamot, we don't find. Bergamot, we tried Italy, we tried Israel, Greece. It's really difficult. Bergamot, it's like between a lemon and orange. It's yellowish, and it has a special
it's very
flavor.
much it's a very special fruit, isn't it? But we don't grow them. Do we grow them in Cyprus?
Yes, we have in Fasuri. A few people, little growers, they have a few trees in their yard, so they bring it to us. They used to have a lot, but not many people wanted to buy them, so they cut them. They cut the trees. Now they started to
grow them again. Well,
yes.
It's an amazing success story. What are your ambitions now, Katerina? Has this award, it will make a difference to your business undoubtedly, because it will give you a whole new lease of life maybe, and certainly a lot of publicity. But does it spur you on to maybe making other things as well, or are you going to stick specifically to your gliko?
Well, I always believe that the priest who goes from one church, who does many, how do you say, we have a Greek Cypriot saying that says, don't do a lot of things.
Don't try and be everything to all the people.
Yes, I believe that I do gliko. I don't want to do shushuko. I don't want to do grape juice products. Even though I can, but I want to stick to gliko. I make, I don't know if you know, I make diabetic sweets. We have a new range.
That's interesting.
Yes, without any sugar. We put sorbitol instead of sugar. We make, we go one step further from the traditional sweets, like we do even garlic, even kolokasi, the taro roots.
Sorry, did you say garlic?
Yes.
You make a garlic gliko?
Yes,
what
gliko,
on earth does that
garlic,
taste like?
It tastes, listen, it has all the sweets, all the glika has the taste of the fruit at the end. You can feel the taste of the fruit. But what is good with garlic is afterwards when you eat it, it doesn't have any smell in your mouth, because it's cooked. You must have boiled it till it's really soft, I suppose. It doesn't need it's soft. The garlic is soft, so we change the water many times to take out the flavor, too much flavor. But not only you don't eat the garlic only as a sweet. You can decorate. And now the chefs do the gourmet dishes, the Chinese cooking with pork. You can put it sweet and sour dishes.
Okay, so they use it as a sort of sweet garlic garnish on savoury dishes.
Yes, but many people eat it as a gliko also for
the health reasons, I suppose.
Yes, for the health reasons. It's really good.
Okay. Well, it's all fascinating. Now, do you have a website, Katerina?
Yes, it's katerinasweets.com. Katerina Sweets with plural sweets.com. You're welcome to have a look. And also you are welcome to come to our factory. It's on the main road to Troodos Mountains. Only 15 minutes from Polemidia roundabout. I'm
just bringing up your website here, okay.
Yes.
Okay, it lists all your ingredients. Do you do sales online as well?
Very soon we are going to arrange it. It's a little bit difficult because we deal with glass products. Unfortunately, our sweets are without any preservatives or any additives inside. So we pasteurize, and it has to be a glass. You cannot use plastic to pasteurize. Recently, somebody said that there is a plastic that is available for pasteurization. So when we manage to find that plastic that is we could be able to export through website orders, it would be really helpful.
Okay, but it would be a great shame, really, in a way, wouldn't it, to introduce plastic to something that is so very special and traditional. Nevertheless, I suppose you'll get there in the end. I've just seen the time. Here we are chatting about delicious food. KaterinaSweets.com. All the details are on there, and I'm sure how to contact you. And I'm assuming that people will find these products in all our local supermarkets. We're lucky that you're in Cyprus, I guess.
Yes, all over Cyprus. I don't know if we can mention supermarkets and. People just need to look for them, or I'm sure on your website get in touch with you. They can find them. Yes.
It's been an absolute pleasure talking to you, Katerina. Congratulations again on your award. Happy cooking.
Rosie. Thank you very much.
Thanks for joining me. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
That is Katerina from Katerina Sweets. Her name is Katerina Christoforou. Look at KaterinaSweets.com. She's just won a European Business Award. Good for her.